I have to tell you, there's no better time than now to be at the SABC. Good and positive things are really happening. Just this month, an entertainment channel called SABC Encore was launched, and we're now broadcasting to 50 African countries. Boxing rights are back on the SABC, and we've got some more good news. SABC Chief Operating Officer Claudio Motsoeneng has another announcement to make, which I think is going to be the delight of to some soccer lovers out there. Good to have you, Claudio. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Leanne and the audience.
Yes, I believe that you had some late-night meetings last night with some SAFA officials. What was agreed on?
Look, I'm glad today to announce that we have signed a 3-year contract with SAFA, Bafana Rights. So South Africans will be able now to watch Bafana moving forward.
Yeah, fantastic. So does the deal include all matches of Bafana?
All local matches. Remember that Sports 5, we are still engaging Sports 5 for the matches that are outside this South Africa. So we are still engaging Sports 5, but we are nearly there. We'll be signing with Sports 5 sooner.
Okay, good. So at this point, though, it's all local games for Bafana and Banyana.
And under 20 and under 23.
Excellent. I mean, because it hasn't been, what's it been previously? So what have we been showing before this agreement?
No, we have been having the same agreement with SAFA, but I think what is more important to remember that there was some discussion about SABC not having rights to show Bafana, and I have been saying there's no way that we as a public broadcaster, we can't show Bafana, and I'm glad that I have already proven what I have been saying, that there's no way that we will allow other people to broadcast the Bafana without the SABC.
How significant is this arrangement for the SABC?
It is very important for SABC, not SABC as a per se, for the South Africans, for the lovers of soccer. I think they are very glad where they are because this is what they want to watch. They want to watch Bafana playing home. They want to watch Bafana playing outside. Like now Banyana is playing, we'll be showing Banyana.
Yeah, indeed, and we have to follow the teams around wherever they go. And I think the SABC having such a massive infrastructure, it doesn't matter where they play, we've got it covered, which is what's important.
And this shows and demonstrates that SABC financially were sustainable. I have been saying to people when they talk about financial problems at the SABC, I was saying they should just ignore these people because their job is to talk about the SABC. They don't know. We are able to do whatever that we need to do. We are able to do the basics to make sure that SABC is on air, radio and television. We are able to buy those rights from different organizations.
Yeah. So we're seeing this now. This is the latest announcement. Previous to this was the boxing announcement. So, how long was boxing missing from our screens here at the SABC?
I think you are aware that it has been more than 5 years now.
At least.
But we are glad that also boxing is back. We are launching boxing the first week of June, which is the 5th of June. We'll be launching boxing. Not just launching. They will be fighting. The fighters will be fighting. It is going to be very interesting. The operational team, they are busy, and the Boxing South Africa to make sure that the boxers are in the ring when we launch. Yeah,
indeed. And I know that South Africans love boxing, so this is going to be something that they're going to enjoy watching. But what I think you've been quoted as saying is the SABC will continue to prioritize sports of national importance. So we're seeing soccer, we are seeing boxing. We've got the Rugby World Cup coming up now, and perhaps I'm jumping the gun a little bit by asking you, will we be covering that? Will South Africans be able to see matches here on this channel or other channels?
You see, for me what is important, as long as our own South Africa is playing, we must show those matches. Remember, when we talk about rugby, Super Sport, they own the rights. we will be engaging with them to make sure that rugby also is on our platform, because it is very important that we show sports of national interest. But there are also issues that we are dealing with, especially the regulations, to say all sports of national interest, they should be regulated. So SABC who sub-license other broadcasters.
Yeah, indeed. But like you say, whenever South Africa is playing, I mean, those are the matches that will be broadcast. So we will have those on the channels.
It is very important that South Africans really they enjoy what they enjoy, which is sports in general.
Very much so. It's a nation-building thing, if anything, here in South Africa. Also, this new DSTV channel, 156, SABC Encore. How's it doing since its launch?
I did ask the team to give me some audience numbers, including your 404, especially because now we are in Africa, which is good for South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, when people talk now, they are in Africa, in those 54 countries, which it has never happened previously. Even when we were having Channel Africa, it was not reaching 54 countries. But for me, what is important, I think, is migration. When we migrate, your Encore channel, your 404 channel, those channels, they will be sitting on the SABC platform, which is good. But also people should remember also, this is part of employment also. Because we are also employing people. You don't just come with those channels. It's part of making sure that SABC contributes to the employment of youth, contribute to the employment of any citizens. We should not be just narrowed about these matters. We are also trying our best to make sure that we contribute job creation.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, you mentioned the fact that South Africa, that the SABC is now going into 54 countries. That's right. I mean, this is massive. I mean, this is an historic milestone. I'm not sure if people understand how big this is. This has never been achieved.
It has never. But I mean, remember, all these most African countries, actually, they rely on South Africa.
Yeah.
If South Africa can't communicate with them. Even SABC in Africa, when you go to Africa, they are asking you about SABC. It is important that SABC is everywhere, but not in Africa. We are also negotiating for SABC to be like your BBC, to rule the world. Yeah. This is what SABC we are going to do.
Yeah. So get to SABC World at some stage.
Yes. If you are in America, you are in London, you should be able to watch SABC channels.
Yeah, indeed. One of the complaints that we did have, which was quite a legitimate complaint. One of the gentlemen, I think he was coming visiting from Nigeria, just saying, you know, we are too reliant on these international broadcasters to supply us with information, and that perhaps what we don't have is enough bureaus around Africa. Now that we're broadcasting to so many African countries, are there plans to perhaps set up more bureaus on the continent?
Not really bureaus. For me, I mean, these days you have people who can report. As long as they are journalists, they can report everywhere. For SABCs to supply them with new technology, which is not even more expensive, so they can operate within their homes. Those are the agreements that we can reach, but to give them all the facilities that we need, because also it is money to have all these bureaus around the continent. We need to make sure that SABC is sustainable moving forward. So we don't want to rush everything same time, because we also have a duty to pay our own workers within the organization, including those freelancers in those different countries.
Yeah, indeed. So feasibly, at this point, it doesn't make sense. We need to get our own house in order, and then perhaps that is something in future that we could look at maybe.
But what is important, Leanne, is South Africans should tell South African stories. Africans should tell African stories.
Yeah, indeed. I want to talk a little bit about this migration, something that we've been waiting for anxiously. What is an update? Can you give us an update? I mean, the last time you came in, you explained it so well to us as to how it's going to change the footprint of broadcasting forever. But where are we at? When is it going to happen?
The minister has made an announcement to say we'll migrate after 2 years from now, which means we are ready. SABC has been ready. We are just making sure that we move with other department, especially communication department. But I know the minister, she's all around talking to other departments, she was in Botswana, today she's in Lesotho, where she's talking with her colleagues in those different countries, so that together we move together on these matters to migrate.
All right, so 2 years from now, that could be the case. We'll just continue to bring you some good news here on the SABC, and you watch the space to see what more is going to come. So the big news, though, is that SABC is going to continue to bring you all of the local matches from the games of Bafana Bafana, Banyana Banyana, as well as the men's under-20 and under-23 teams, respectively, on all of the SABC platforms. Hlaudi Motsoeneng, thank you for talking to us.
Maybe lastly, I just want to congratulate the team of SABC who have been engaging with SAFA, including SAFA, to realize that SABC is very important. SABC, it is a public broadcaster. Those rights belong to the SABC. So I'm very glad that really, at last, we have agreed with them that those rights, they should be within the organization called SABC. Thank you very much.
All right. Again, thank you. Hlaudi Motsoeneng, SABC's Chief Operating Officer, talking to us about this latest deal. Write to us. Let us know, how do you feel about that? I know that we're a soccer-mad country. We love it. So I'm sure this is good news. Are you happy to finally have it back? Write to us. We'd love to hear from you. And that, of course, our Twitter account, @MorningLiveSABC. All right, time now for your news.